Hello and welcome to Jojo's Big Frank and Beans, Central Virginia's sci-fi and pop culture podcast. I am one of your hosts, Big, and with me as always,
Frank, and to my left,
I'm Dean. He didn't say to my left this time.
I know he
He
didn't.
broke format.
So I thought about it on the drive up here. I was going to throw y'all off and go to the right, but I didn't do it. I was trying to save face there.
That would have been great.
Yeah, what's up, guys? What have y'all been up to?
I don't know. Not a whole lot of nothing. I've been at the hospital, in and out of the hospital all week, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. That's about it.
Yeah, your dad's in there, right?
Sex change. Going.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
and you're having a sex change.
Yeah. It worked out well for the Jenner group, so
And what do you identify as?
doesn't matter. Just makes no difference, does it?
You just don't identify.
That would be the only correct way to do it, I think, so you don't offend anybody. I refuse to identify.
Bean, what have you been up to?
Well, I finally have tires on my truck. I've been waiting a month for tires. So I decided to go to this 4-wheel parts to get tires because I also wanted to get shocks all the way around the truck. And they could do both jobs, and it's aftermarket parts. So, not every shop will do that. So I ordered tires from these guys, and it literally took them a month to get tires. Usually when I have someone order tires, it's like, yeah, we have to order them. It's going to be in this afternoon or maybe tomorrow. No, not with these guys.
Would you get like 55-inch?
No, nothing special. Just a set of Goodyear tires. That's it. And that's what we were waiting on too, is the tires. They had shocks.
Huh.
But anyway, just yesterday I picked the truck up and got it done, and it's real nice. I'm real happy with it.
Giddy up. I've been installing gutters to all those do-it-yourselfers out there. If they say online or in the instructions it's only going to take an hour or 3 hours, go ahead and double and triple that. It's it took much longer than I expected.
And not even on your house, right?
No, helping out my next door neighbor. I'll tell you one thing though, when you're installing gutters and being 6'5", it comes in handy.
Definitely.
He's like, get the ladder. I'm like, nah, I got it. So, just a one-story house. But he was like, man, I wish I was tall right now. I was like, it's a blessing and a curse.
Yep. They build the steps on the ladders are off just a little bit. Like if they were 2 inches difference, it would be perfect. That's all I need is like 2 inches more, and a ladder would be so much better. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's what she said. All I need is 2 inches more.
She's lying if she said that. Lordy. So, you guys check out the new Moon Knight video? What's the guy's name that's playing Moon Knight?
Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac.
Poe Dameron from Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's that guy. I was I couldn't tell from the video.
He looks a lot
to
different.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a
Moon Knight.
No, not in the video that we're gonna watch. He looks like he's in one of the Alaskan shows where the guys go up there and live in the woods, and so
yeah,
he looks like a wild man.
Yeah, little burly.
Yeah,
the white wolf.
So Disney Plus is going to do a Moon Knight show, and I'm not sure who released the video, but it's a video of Oscar Isaac just doing mixed martial arts. It's and looks really intense. If the show is anything like this video, it should be pretty good.
It it kind of reminded me of The Matrix when Keanu Reeves was training, because they called it like gung fu, because it was more than just MMA fighting. It was like up against a gun or a knife or something like that.
John Wick.
You
said Matrix.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, John.
But same thing.
John
He
Wick.
He trained for both of them, but he did the gung fu in.
Yeah, and John Wick 1,
and John Wick,
2,
yeah.
and 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's different parts of that movie. I thought it was just like one same movie that just continued. Like,
There was only one story, and that was in the first one. I don't even know what the second and third were.
I don't know. When I watched those, I was really just looking for the action scenes. I don't even remember.
Well, that's good because that's all that was there.
Yeah, I don't even remember the story of them.
There's a reason you don't remember the story because it didn't exist.
I haven't even seen all of the third movie, I don't think. That's the one with Halle Berry in it, right? With the dogs, the German Shepherds that she has.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Man, that's bad.
I think that's the third one, but I'm not 100%. But I think there's like 4 and 5 coming out also.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Like 4 has been popping up on the Fire Stick for a long time, and it doesn't come out for a while. Like it's I don't know. It's not even a trailer. You don't even get to watch a trailer. It's just like a poster to look at. Like, thanks, and it has a date underneath of it.
Oh, wow.
I think they tortured us enough with 2 and 3. We don't need a 4.
Maybe they're going to turn it around.
Have you ever seen a series turn around? Do they get better as they go on? I don't think I've ever seen one where it gets better.
Yeah,
There is one, but I can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me later. But there is one. I'll never think of it. Anyway.
Die Hard?
Nope.
No, because that got worse.
Well, let's check out the video.
Yeah,
Why not?
let's do.
All right, let's see.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
You had to do it, didn't you? the beautiful bean footage.
There's probably not many people that even know what that is.
Okay, it's up. So,
Let's see. A spinning back fist? That's not really a MMA move. Well, actually, one guy did knock another dude out in a fight with a spinning back fist.
Well, see, there's
here's some gung fu.
Yeah. Man, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, they're it's for real.
Intense.
When they train like this, one of our friends runs a gym, and it's real crap going on. It's not we lost our video.
I guess that was it.
that was it.
Yeah, but it seems pretty cool. When anybody know the release date of that?
I'm not really sure. It's still quite a ways off, I believe.
Yeah.
Do you know if that guy did all his own stunts like Keanu does? I mean, all the ones he can do and not seriously get hurt, because he does all his stunts.
Yeah, not sure. I didn't look too deep into it. Besides watching the videos, I thought they were pretty neat. There's actually, I think there's like 3 of them up there, and they're all crappy quality. It looks like, homemade camcorder or whatever did it. But, if y'all get the chance and you haven't, you should check out the other ones. They're all basically the same.
They all look like they're shot in the same place.
Yeah.
Like the same background and everything. They did it all at the same gym. I didn't read any comments though to see what gym it was.
I think it was actually the gym that released the video too. I could be wrong on that, but I think it is.
It probably is. And it probably says what gym they were at. It's probably a pretty famous gym run by somebody legitimate. I would assume.
Where all the stars train. The way that I think about it is if you have a gym and you're gonna have Keanu and all the stars come in there, you got to have security. You can't have a ton of people there. So I bet there's probably a reoccurring gym, whatever that they go to. That they have that level of security, and people can't just walk in and be stand.
They probably have the gym just built right there on set.
Probably.
We're just gonna do it here, and you guys come here. So.
Probably. So, out of left field, I watched Debris this time.
Yay!
Can you believe that?
You actually watched it.
I watched it, and I actually enjoyed it.
See, you weren't at work, and you were actually watching.
Yeah.
It's better when you actually watch it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It was
For sure.
It was a much better episode than the past two, in your defense, so it wouldn't have mattered. I wish I was working instead of watching those last two episodes, because they were not very good. They were not very interesting.
No, they weren't.
Yeah.
But they turned it around on this one. This one was really good.
It was so the little girl was collecting the shards for. Was that her uncle or her dad? I thought it was her.
That was her uncle. The guy who shot himself was her dad.
Right, and they were both collecting them, the debris.
But she was collecting them and saving some, putting some aside so her uncle couldn't have all of them because he was doing bad things with it.
Yeah, it was pretty intense at the end. I thought the main character, I thought he was gonna shoot himself. Like he was pointing the gun, and I was like, no, he's gonna pull out of this. And I was like, oh crap, I don't think he is gonna pull out of this.
I liked how they did that. The mind control in that was really good. Usually it's like mind control and like they just do it like mindless dummies, but like everybody could, like, you could see them fighting it. Even the guy in the beginning, the guy who's not even part of the show, like the no talent guy, he was fighting. Like, it was pretty good.
It made it a little more intense. It made you feel for it a little more,
Yep, it was cool how it. The girl said it whispered to her, not the little girl, but the female agent, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know their names.
Well, I can remember Brian. Brian's the American,
Okay.
And the British agent, I believe her name is Florna. It's a weird name.
Florna.
Yeah, or something similar to that.
But yeah, it was cool how it said, like, she said it whispered to her, like, that one time, like when she's like, we should turn around, we should leave. She's like, it doesn't want us to be here.
Yeah, I liked a couple times where they would stop and say, we didn't search the lake. Why didn't we search the lake?
Why didn't we? And
then there was a second time, and they said, wait.
How did we get to the airport?
Why are we here?
Yeah.
Where did we just come from?
Yeah, that was a very cool way to show that they were being manipulated.
Yes, that was awesome. That was a great episode.
Yeah, and they asked about the little girl, I guess some of the other agents, and he was like, the girl's with her uncle, she's fine. And
She's where she belongs.
Yeah, and just walked away. I was like, oh, that's shady right there.
And the agents that weren't really there, they're just like, what are these guys doing? Like, that's not like them.
Right, and the first time we heard it was from the mother. She's where she belongs.
Yes, and that's weird because a mother would not ever say that. Not even a crackhead mom who's like gotten better now. Like, she's
well, maybe a crackhead mom.
maybe a crack. That little bitch is where she belongs. Where's my pipe? Tried to put her in the microwave when she was a baby, but
yeah, but I'm actually gonna watch the next episode.
Good.
Now after seeing that, I don't think I'm gonna go back and watch the last two.
Please don't. They weren't worth it. But the debris finally back in our good graces.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah. So
It's funny that I saw that Bean, see, he bought the Fringe seasons in there. So I'm sitting on the table.
Yeah.
And now Debris is back in. So
how much?
Hey, I'll still watch it. It doesn't matter.
How much did you buy the whole box set of Fringe for?
It was cheap for what it is. I want to say it was $65 for 5 seasons.
And it was like $3 per episode
from Apple.
From Apple.
Right.
Oh my gosh, a couple $100.
So if you're paying, I guess $15 a season. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And I believe there were a lot of episodes in those seasons too.
I didn't notice I've only watched it like one time, so I didn't really notice how many episodes. Some of their shows have like 30 and 40 episodes per season.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, how did they do that? Like,
well, the old school
it was
broadcast
just, let's
television.
record all of this right now, and
Usually
so that's
like 24. I think it's 24 episodes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some of them have just tons. It's crazy. Let's knock all this out right now. I'm going on vacation. Let me know when y'all think of a new show. I'll be back.
We'll be back for another a couple $1 million paycheck.
So Debris gets to hold on, but then we had another question.
Yeah. Should we add a new show?
That's the question.
Should we?
So the two we have in the versus one another, the Nevers versus the Irregulars. The Nevers on HBO Max and the Irregulars on Netflix.
Did we drop them?
Did we drop them? What do you mean?
Them.
Oh, we could.
I thought them was on there. Did I not just read that?
I added it after our last conversation, but
I don't. I watched it. Did you?
Mm-mm.
No. I don't think it compares to our other two.
No.
I don't think it was going to get many votes.
And it didn't really have that sci-fi feel to it to me.
Yeah, it had a supernatural scare to it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
With
A horror flick.
Yeah, but yeah, it's you're not missing much.
Yeah.
So of the Nevers or the Irregulars, did you have a preference there?
Did you watch either of those?
I watched the trailer for both. I did not go through and watch them because I wanted to wait and see, what we were going to do so I could start watching one versus the other. Because I didn't want to waste my time if we all voted on one. And I was like, well, this is easy.
So what did you think from watching the trailers? Which one would you vote for?
I think the Nevers might be mine.
Okay.
I think the Nevers.
I was going to say the Nevers.
Yeah.
Definitely, I liked the Nevers better than the Irregulars.
So you've seen
both good
both
shows,
of these, right?
I saw the first episode of both shows. So the Nevers, I don't know. Both shows have kind of the same feel to it. It's like same time period, 1800s.
Both British.
Right, British actors. I think both are set in England.
Yep.
And even, I think you pointed out today, they even both
make
have
the same references and crap,
like to birds and stuff. There's a big thing to do with bird references. So that was a little strange because we just kind of on the fly chose these two shows.
Mm-hmm.
And they're kind of similar.
They're not written by the same or done by the same director or anything, are they?
No.
Josh
I do
Whedon.
get the feeling that they were meant to compete with one another, though. Two different networks releasing around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar genres, if you will.
I got the feeling that the Irregulars is going to kind of be like a Debris show, like where they're going to do like different things each time because it had the mountain in it from Game of Thrones. I mean, the Hound from Game of Thrones, and he was kind of the bad guy in this episode. He was the one he was stealing babies because his daughter got killed or something when she was young. But they kind of solved that crime already, so they kind of like put that one under wraps. So in the Nevers show, it just kind of introduced you to all the people and kind of like started the story,
right.
So I don't know. I think they're going to be a lot different.
I do think it's two completely different types of show because if I had to describe the Nevers, it would be it's very much like the X-Men. It seems to be a school for kids that are unusual and have powers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's definitely an X-Men vibe there. Whereas if you look at the other show, the Irregulars, that is more like the adventures of Sherlock Holmes sidekicks.
Right.
So the group we're looking at, they get enlisted by Watson.
Right.
So, both shows kind of look somewhat interesting, but I do have to agree that if I was going to choose one over the other, that I would choose the Nevers as well. And it's interesting. I kind of went back and forth several times. So I watched both shows twice. And at first I was going with the Irregulars, but I think I've changed my mind to the Nevers.
Yeah, it just seemed to be more my speed.
What was up with at the end with that spaceship disintegrating and the end of episode 1 in the Nevers? So there's this spaceship that just starts disintegrating, and it affects some people where they're getting knocked out. Like there was a girl.
Particles were falling, and like little balls of light were hitting certain people, and like you could see it absorbing into them or whatever.
Right, and at least 2 people passed out.
Yeah.
And then others were just fine.
Yeah, and then let's see. I don't know if that was that the beginning or was that the end? Because
that was the end.
Showed at the very beginning. They showed them taking the lady out and bringing her into the truck that was going to the asylum, and then you remember that part?
So,
they showed the very last scene where they're taking the girl out of the house, the girl who murdered all the people at the opera.
Mm-hmm.
They show her in the very beginning, walking her down the stairs, getting ready to take her and put her in that truck to the asylum.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then at the very end, they jump back to that scene. I don't understand why they did that. How does that play into the...
So you're saying that the spaceship and everything happened before the opera?
But I thought that might have been what made the people touched, but it wasn't because...
Right.
Because it wasn't. But I thought that's what might have been happening, but no, that's not possible. So, yeah, I have no idea what the hell that was. It was cool looking.
It
looked neat.
It looked really neat. I have no idea what it was or why it was there. Or
maybe
it came out of nowhere. I mean, it didn't have anything to do with the story up to that point.
Like maybe Joss Wheaton is the guy who did the Nevers.
Yeah.
Maybe he created that cool thing, and he's like, man, I'm using this in my show.
I don't even care why.
I'm putting it in somewhere because this thing is badass.
Or maybe he got confused. I'm putting this in, and then the Avengers are going to come in, and they're going to wreck shop.
Oops. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
They didn't explain it. I mean, the girl was a lunatic at the end, and she was talking crazy things about, like, people telling her to do stuff or something. Like, she was talking, like, nonsense. But, like, she could see that spaceship or whatever it was in the sky, and nobody else could at the end. She's like, hey, look, don't y'all see it?
Well,
like,
that was the thing, too. They did see it at first, and they all kind of enjoyed the
in a
thing
trance.
sparkling down on them. And then
it went away, and they were just, like, back to normal.
Right,
like
except
walking.
for the crazy lady.
Yeah, and she was, flipping out, like, hey, look at that. Didn't y'all see that? And everybody's like, get this lunatic in the truck.
So maybe she's not so crazy after all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She did cut a guy's throat. But he was the devil.
He was the devil.
He was the devil. And she said, I killed the devil. And then she said, nobody's even going to say thank you. She was...
What's up with that?
Yeah, it was kind of funny, actually. You should watch it, Big. It's a good one.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Now that I know that's the direction we're taking.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show.
So there's only one episode of it, or
They're releasing it one at a time, and so there's one episode on HBO Max right now.
Okay.
The other one, the Irregulars, the entire season is out.
Yeah, I think the one at a time works better for the podcast. So.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I will watch the Irregulars since it's all out, so I can binge it. I'll watch it most like one night. I'll sit there and binge like all the episodes.
So sounds like a show about someone who doesn't have enough fiber in their diet.
So the Nevers it is, or I feel like if the audience wants to comment below and they would rather us do the Irregulars, I feel like
do the vote.
Yeah, I feel like our vote is pretty strong here. But if they can outvote us, I mean, we probably only have
force us to watch something we don't want to watch.
I mean, we probably only have 2 viewers at this point, so they're not going to outvote us. But hey, if they want us to watch,
give them the chance.
Yeah.
See if they would rather us talk about one or the other.
Yep. Leave a comment.
There you go.
Yeah.
So for
Both
now,
of y'all.
so for now, the tally is the three of us for the Nevers.
The Nevers. And actually, we could log in and vote. So we could have 6 votes for us for our show, technically, if we wanted to log in and vote. I mean, that's how elections are done, right? You got to rig
He's
the
over here
shit out of them.
gerrymandering.
That's how they're done, right? I mean, the people who run the nation are the best at it.
Well,
and that's what they do.
Well, like
Actually, they outsource it to foreign countries. I think they
well, I'm kind of okay with that because that like all the presidents, like Trump, he voted for himself. I mean,
I'm sure he did.
It's not like he went to that poll and was like, that Trump guy, he's a butthole.
If he thought about it, he probably wouldn't have voted for himself. Damn. Definitely don't want me running this place. I know the thoughts I have. I'll be building a goddamn wall. Yeah, better vote for me. Click.
Oh, too funny.
Every vote counts. But so the Nevers. So we'll bring that up. I guess I got a little catching up to do, but we'll start that of that.
It's only one episode, so
I'm
you're not
just
too far behind.
I'm just happy you watched the
Debris.
Yeah.
Well, when you said that the Irregulars was kind of like Debris, I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, and I know how I feel about Debris. I'm so glad I didn't even try to watch that. Like, just watch the trailer.
It was only like it as in the episodes could change like dramatically from one story to the next. So it's not really like Debris, I guess.
Yeah.
So this latest episode didn't entirely change your opinion about Debris then?
It's kind of one of those things where I don't know. Most of the stuff that we watch, we have episodes that are kind of like, I still kind of like them, but I mean, like I said, some of the ones with Debris, I'm just like, I just didn't like it. Just, I'll continue to give it a chance, but I don't know. It just kind of weaning off of it.
They're still on the fence for you.
Yeah.
So it could go either way.
I mean, there's probably probably only another episode or 2 in the season.
This is network broadcast television, so that's NBC. This could easily be a 24 episode show.
Oh my gosh. All right. Darn it.
It's not like streaming.
All right. Man, I was hoping to get rid of it sooner than later. Oh well.
You can't say that. It might turn into your favorite show. You
Yeah.
never know. After next week, who knows?
It might. I mean,
They're supposed to be rating the location that they find her father or the father at.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean,
Could get pretty good.
WandaVision started out pretty rocky, and I thought it was pretty awesome.
It started off really rocky.
Middle-
Let's be honest.
Middle to end, I was like, yeah. Like, I probably won't go back and watch the first couple episodes. I'll just start in the middle and go to the end. But
I don't know. I might watch them again just to see if what kind of stuff you miss. Because you'll probably start seeing a lot of things.
yeah.
Right, there's clues in there, but seriously, if you started at episode 3 on WandaVision, you wouldn't miss anything.
No, not really.
Nope. They have a couple flashbacks and stuff, but I mean,
Right, and some Easter eggs for diehard fans. But
Yeah.
if you're just a casual viewer,
But
you could easily start episode 3 and not miss anything.
even the flashbacks they had didn't really make sense to somebody who's already seen what really happened. Like, that happened. I know that. I don't know why they just did that flashback, though. And never mind. We're not talking about WandaVision.
Maybe my in-laws were trying to do me a favor by starting on episode 2.
See? You need to listen to your in-laws.
They're just ahead of the curve. That's all. They
Yeah, and I was pissed off too.
You were
but
giving them a hard time.
Yeah.
They were looking out for your best interest. You need to call right now and apologize to your in-laws.
That is, man, what in the world?
like, look, sorry, I got mad at you for skipping episode 1 completely.
They knew.
Yeah,
First couple episodes are always pretty boring. We just skip right into the meat of it.
that's wisdom for you. As you get older, you get all that wisdom. They're like, no,
That's funny.
don't start in episode 1. But I am sad to announce that next Friday will be the season finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That's true. I was actually thinking that this would have been when I watched this episode. At the end of it, I was thinking, "Wow, that's the end," because it just kind of neatly wrapped up there.
Right. It did have that kind of vibe, like,
Yeah.
and they could have ended it and left you with like the cliffhanger for next season. Yeah. Didn't think about that.
So I had to actually look it up on IMDb and see that there was another episode coming because I really thought that it had wrapped up.
I wonder what's in the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
So, you got any theories?
I think it's the Captain America costume.
So I thought it was either that or so he basically got rid of the Falcon uniform that he had got torn up or whatever, his wings got torn up.
Right.
I thought that the Wakandans might have made him like a
New and improved.
Yeah, vibranium like, Falcon suit, and then it might be that in there, but maybe it's something that kind of goes with the shield, so he feels more comfortable like having the shield and everything.
Right.
Because that's kind of like the battle that's going on, right?
Yeah, that's like the thing over the shield. It's all about the shield. Yeah, my two thoughts were the Captain America suit was in there, or they had given him a new and improved wing system or something like that.
Maybe it's a Captain America suit with
wings. It could be.
He doesn't have to be the same Captain America that every other Captain America has been.
See, that last episode made me think about that a lot. Like the first Captain America, he didn't have to be Captain America. He was Captain America. And they keep talking about how the John Walker guy has to be Captain America, and he always has to be Captain America, and they keep stressing that point. So maybe that's it. Maybe they're gonna revamp the character, and so he doesn't have to be somebody else.
I think if he's gonna be Captain America, that's exactly what should happen. Because, all right, let's say we were playing a Marvel Comics role-playing game, and you have the choice that you can be the guy with the shield, or you can be the Falcon with the wingsuit. I'm going Falcon wingsuit all day, every day.
Yeah, I probably would too.
So, he's a better superhero. So you can't take away the flying, and now he's just, man, I wish I could fly like I used to.
Your name's the Falcon? Why is your name the Falcon, man? You don't fly? Don't even glide? Nah, man, the wings got ripped off.
If you were the Falcon, you'd be White Falcon.
And that would be unacceptable. All right.
So
yeah.
Couple things that happened in there that I'm like, I'm looking for the Easter eggs, right? So the battle was for the shield, right? So John Walker, they basically broke his arm and like his dignity or pride. Like there were two breaks
they
there,
broke
right?
him physically and mentally and all of it.
When they got that shield. And then like when Bucky gave the shield or kind of like stood over the Falcon, you saw like a beam of light like come in from the warehouse, and it was like, oh, like you finally got the shield. I was like, yes. I'm like, this is awesome. So I kind of think he got what was coming to him. He was trying to be Captain America, but he was forcing it, right? And I guess the other part of it is you got to be who you are. You can't be somebody else, right? As much as you might idolize somebody else, you can't be them. You have to be you.
John Walker, he was trying too hard.
Exactly.
He was trying too hard to be Captain America.
And then, so they got to a point where, gosh, who's the mega power in there? I want to call him the powerhouse. It was written on the wall. Who's the mysterious head of the evil in there?
The power broker?
The power broker.
Yeah.
So the power broker, I'm sitting there like, all right, who's the power broker? Like we're getting close to the end. Like they've got to reveal it right before it's like a cliffhanger. And and then Elaine shows up from Seinfeld, and I'm like,
Valentina.
and I'm like, no, Elaine, come get it right.
That's Elaine.
And I'm like, we might have a power broker here, like
I believe that's who it is. Yeah.
evil. And then I'm like, all right, so what's her next move? What's going to go on? So she's talking to John Walker, and it's like she's trying to recruit him. And I'm like, okay, Zemo's going to jail. John Walker, he's getting a little crazy. He might end up in jail. And I bet she tries to recruit both of them and starts like her anti-superhero team. I don't know. No, there's no validity behind it. It just went through my head. I was like, that would be cool to kind of have the anti-superhero team come in, and they could introduce that next episode, or maybe start that next season.
Yeah.
And then that could kind of be like the whole next season of having the good guys and then the okay.
Dude, that could happen because she said something about there being like a legal loophole to get that shield. So I think even though the Falcon has the shield, he's not keeping it. They're going to have a legal loophole, and then they're going to have the shield back. Watch.
And maybe they're just like hot potato in the shield throughout like the the next season or whatever.
It's gonna be a season 2. It'll be all in the courtroom.
Dun, dun. It'll be like the first 3 Star Wars episodes, just all procedure and legalese.
Right.
But the shield means different things to the different groups of people. Like it means something different to Sam and Bucky as it does to John Walker. Like to him it means power, like and to them it doesn't. It's a symbol of the Captain America and
all the good things.
Exactly. And I think it's that balance between the good and the evil, and they're going to symbolize it with the shield. And like I don't know, just my thought.
I do think they did a really good job of making you appreciate the symbol of the shield, because it could have been really, really cheesy. Because let's be honest, they're fighting over a shield. It's a weapon from a time lost. It's not a modern weapon at all.
Right.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's a symbol. And I think the way that they got that across to the audience, or at least where I felt it, was the blood on the shield.
Yeah.
As soon as you saw that image, you were like, "That's not right. There's not supposed to be blood on the Captain America shield." And so that by showing you that, and making you feel that, then it didn't seem so ridiculous that they're fighting over a shield.
Yeah, for sure. Good point, Ben. I'm sorry, Bean. Why is it that we come in here and I call you by your real name, and I don't even call you by your real name when we're out of the podcast? It's ridiculous.
See, now it's gone to you. I have fixed it.
You passed
and
the
I passed
torch?
it on. I went to my right that time. See? Excellent.
No, but I can't wait for the next one. I'm gonna be sad when we've got to
when we have to wait.
Yep. But
yeah, there's a lot of people saying that there won't be a season 2 of Falcon and Winter Soldier, because
no way.
That's what they're saying, and the logic behind it is that Falcon is no longer Falcon, that he's going to be Captain America. And I don't see that at all. I think they can carry this story on, and it can still be called Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even if he is practically Captain
still
America.
The same story. Like that's
Exactly.
It's still the same. This is what started out as.
And he can be a different type of Captain America. He doesn't have to be the same guy.
Yeah, just because the characters in the story change, it's still that story. Like, it doesn't matter if he's Captain America or
they could
whatever.
Call it the American Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon of America and the Winter Soldier.
Every time something changes, they have to change the title up.
Their editors are pissed. They're like, man,
Son of a...
again? I gotta change the intro for the 10th time.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
that's
but
funny.
It's cool, man. I'm totally digging that. From the beginning, I felt like we had an episode that was, I was like, maybe it's not too great, but I'll still, I liked it. But whew, man, I can't wait for another season.
It's getting better and better for me. Like at first, I was like, I could do with or without it. Not really a big deal if I watch two sidekicks hanging out together and a false Captain America.
Yeah.
So either way, I'm fine with or without. But now I think it's a good show. Like I'm really enjoying, the last episodes. Damn it.
There was another point in there where there's all these Easter eggs or whatever. So Bucky and Sam are working on the boat, and then the boat springs a leak. And Bucky's grabs a wrench and he goes over there and he helps fix it. And then Sam's like, "Why didn't you use your arm?" And he was like, it's kind of like he said something to the effect like, "I don't think of that first."
Because he's right-handed. That's what he said. Yeah, he doesn't think about it because he's right-handed.
Right. So he doesn't think about that first. And I was like, well, it's kind of the same things going on with Sam, where he's like, "All right, well, I'm not really." Not thinking about being, he's thinking about being Captain America with the shield, but really he doesn't need to be Captain America. He's thinking the wrong way. He maybe needs to shift his mind a different way and be himself, but with the shield, American Falcon or whatever. I don't know. It was just something that I caught in there that I was like, oh, well, maybe that's a reference to something else, because there's all those little, like I said, Easter eggs.
I never notice any of those hidden Easter egg things. I mean, sometimes I do, but if they're fairly obvious. But
so I wasn't very good at it until we started doing the podcast, and then I'm watching it, and I'm like, hold on, what did he say there? And I'll rewind it a little bit, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder if that means
why
this.
did he say that?
And then kind of theorizing, all right, I know when he says that, it really means this, and this. And a lot of times I'm wrong, and I look too deep into it. But sometimes, I mean, the Superman with the Leslie Lars.
Yep, you called that one.
That
so,
one.
Your research went well, so good.
Yeah, so every once in a while I'll get one right. But
just about always, there's never a decision that's made by accident. When they're naming a character, when they're naming a place, it's always for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do a good job. Their writers are great. They do a good job. So,
do we get Superman and Lois yet?
May 18th. So we have 1 month. So
this is ridiculous.
You look awfully sad right now.
People are loving that show. Even when we went into the comic book store here, Third Eye Comics in Mechanicsville, and they were just randomly talking about that show when we went in there today or yesterday.
Nice. It's good that the hype's still up, even though they haven't been on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The one dude didn't even know that it wasn't on. I guess he must record everything and watch it, because he didn't even know that they were on hiatus.
Slacker.
Yeah. He reads too many books.
Yeah, who does that?
Boo.
Hey,
comic books count as books, right?
Yeah.
I count them as books.
They're books. They have words.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Couple.
So Invincible, y'all still digging Invincible?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Man, it's
good.
It just gets better for me.
I like that show a lot.
Saturday morning cartoons gone rogue.
Uh-huh. That's right.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. What'd y'all think of this episode 6?
I think something's gonna have to happen soon with
Serious.
Omni-Man.
Something serious is gonna happen soon.
Him and his wife are not on the same page for sure.
Yeah, might be getting a divorce if he doesn't, figure something out.
That episode ended with them getting in a fight, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't show anymore, right?
Well, she finally revealed that she knows that he killed the Guardians of the Globe.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of on the wife's side. I don't even know why he did it, and I want to know. Like, freaking tell me. Like, come on, you just can't kill a bunch of superheroes when you're supposed to be like a good guy. Maybe you're not a good guy.
My theory is it has something to do with Mark coming into his powers.
Because they keep talking about the home planet and stuff like that. How this wouldn't happen if we were there or whatever.
If you think about it, right after Omni-Man learns about Mark getting his powers finally,
He snaps.
First of all, he seems surprised and worried.
That he got him.
When they tell him when they're sitting at the dinner table, he has a sense that I had a sense that he was worried for some reason. And then it's not long after that he kills all of those people. So I think, I don't know what it is, but for some reason he believes he had to do that because of Mark's situation.
Maybe he's protecting him. Maybe all those superheroes had something that was going to put a light on whatever is up with Invincible. Maybe they were going to try at some point to stop him from doing whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the Father knows this. Omni-Man knows, and maybe that's it.
I tell you, it's so funny how they have characters in there that resemble a character that I know.
Uh-huh.
It's happened several times, and the most recent one, you mentioned it too, RoboCop. That was the villain, whatever, the villains. The dude looks just like RoboCop.
After he takes the mask off.
Yeah. And then we were talking about like Teen Wolf. Like every time I turn around, it's like they're making fun of a mainstream character.
I forgot about Teen Wolf and then the RoboCop. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe that's why they're throwing him in. Or maybe it was Chewbacca. It could have been Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's sort of the same. That's a little older, but I mean, still same time period. You can include Chewie in that same time period.
For sure.
So those RoboCop guys, they were basically... They were cyborg, cyclops, zombies. So, cyborg, cyclops, zombies. That's the best way to describe them.
Say that 10 times
Right.
fast.
Say that twice fast.
And they were in
Good
sewers. It's kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's cyborg, cyclops,
blah, 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 blah.
Sewer zombies.
Might be the title.
And I'm not gonna lie, Invincible or Mark, his girlfriend Amber or whatever, I'm ready for them to just split up.
Oh yeah.
Like I want him to get with Adam Eve.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Amber
It's gotta
should go.
happen. Yeah, she's...
And Adam Eve wants it too. You can tell. She wants a little bit of Mark. A lot of bit of Mark.
There's a little bit of jealousy when she has to like help them out to stay together. I don't think she likes that, but yeah, they're not gonna last. She keeps giving him like too many chances. Like I think they even say something about it. Like he gets like, let's pretend this never happened. Let's start over. And she's like, again? And they're like, yeah, one more time, So all he has to do is keep doing that.
Well,
He'll be fine.
He either needs to bite the bullet and tell her what's really going on, or they just need to split up so he can get with Adam Eve.
That'll solve all his problems.
Second one.
Or Eve Adam.
Yeah.
whatever her name is. Yeah, but that's good. I can't wait for the next Friday's episode.
How many more episodes do we have of that?
Probably not many. I bet we're on episode 6. I bet it's 10 or less.
We're gonna run out of things to talk about.
Oh no, there's stuff
real
on the horizon.
soon.
There's good stuff on the horizon.
Yeah.
They better make it happen.
Better keep pumping it out.
Jeez.
Yeah. Trivia game? Y'all feeling it this time around?
Yeah, let's do it.
What do we have time-wise?
We got all the time in the world, right?
We've been talking for 49 minutes.
Let's do 10 minutes of trivia. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All our viewers stopped watching like 40 minutes ago anyhow, so what difference does it make?
Well, we're going up. So it started, I think we were about 10 minutes when we did like our first podcast. And then it went up to 13 for a couple. And last I looked, we're up to 22. So I don't know if we're getting more interesting or people are just tolerating us longer.
My sexiness is bringing the audience in.
Well,
It's gotta be it.
So what you're saying is you weren't that sexy first episode.
I've been working on
in
it.
each episode.
Practicing my sexiness every episode.
Yeah.
You guys don't sound like you're not believers.
You did put the hat on, and actually, that's interesting. Since you started wearing the hat, we got another 2 or 3 minutes of views.
What I'm saying.
Man,
Oh, it has been sexiness.
it's definitely not our sex.
Good job, Ben.
Who wants to go first?
Not me.
Oop, I already did that one.
That's what I was just looking for, like ones that I didn't do before.
Well, I'll start.
Some of these, you got one already?
Yeah, I got
go for
one.
it.
So here's a Stranger Things question. I think this one's kind of tough, so it's going to put you to the test on your Stranger Things knowledge.
Oh, great.
And just think about it. You can get it. Okay. Which Bon Jovi song played as Elle stepped off the bus to begin her search for Callie? Living on a Prayer, Runaway, or Blaze of Glory? So I believe this was season 2, when she's looking for the other chick that has powers. Like she was number 8 or something like that.
Should have been Raise Your Hand. Raise your hand and you want.
Well, they give you multiple choice here. Living on a Prayer, Runaway, or Blaze of Glory. It's when she's getting off the bus, going to the big city, all on her own. These are hints, all on her own.
It's not Blaze of Glory. I don't think.
I was thinking it was Blaze of Glory.
Is it? Shit, I don't know.
You giving up?
I'm going with Blaze of Glory.
It's Runaway. I didn't even have to look. Runaway.
I was thinking Runaway, but I wasn't sure.
So people are not watching for our smartness. They're definitely watching for your sexy and ours.
But she had left the town. I forget even what they call it now. That she left the little town all by herself, and she's the little kid and on the bus all by herself. Runaway.
I just don't think I'm as familiar with that song. Not that it even matters, but it definitely makes sense. Here's an easy one for you, hopefully. What was the goofy alter ego of Peter Porker?
Spider-Ham.
Ding, 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 ding.
Mm-hmm.
I figured Peter Porker would give it away.
All right, let's see here. Do y'all want one that's a question about the filming, or do y'all want one that's trivia about the actual Star Wars movie?
I'd rather do the movie, but...
The movie? Okay. What did Yoda tell Obi-Wan Kenobi he felt in Luke Skywalker?
The Force?
No.
Was it impatience?
Nope. Do you want a couple hints? Multiple choice I could give you?
Go for it.
Much fear, much anger, or much daydreaming?
I think it's fear.
I was going to say anger.
Big got it right. Much anger. It wasn't daydreaming.
Yeah, the way you said that, I knew that wasn't the one. So I had a 50-50 shot.
Oh, much daydreaming.
What did Scarlet Witch and Vision name their twin boys? I figured this one's somewhat fresh.
Oh, man. What was their...
Wow, I knew it when we were watching the show.
I think you've even said it, like, during this podcast before.
So one of them starts with a T, and the other one starts with a W.
Trevor?
No, Tommy, right?
You're very close.
Timmy?
Well, the full name of Tommy.
Oh, I think they called him Tommy in the show. Was it Thomas?
Yep.
Thomas?
Okay. And then, was it Wyatt?
Nope.
Garrett?
Nope.
Gary?
Shatner's first name. Shatner's.
William.
There you go. Thomas and William.
All right. Here's Stranger Things. Who was Dustin talking to when he asked, why are you keeping this curiosity door locked? Who was he talking to?
Man, I need to go back and watch Stranger Things again.
Yeah, me too. Is Dustin the fat kid?
Dustin is the fat kid. He was on the phone in the kitchen talking to this guy on the phone.
In the kitchen. Colonel Mustard? Kitchen.
It's Mr. Clark, his science teacher. They were trying to figure out how to make a sensory deprivation chamber. And he says, why are you trying to keep this curiosity door?
Oh, my God. Never would have got that one. Jesus. Yeah, I need to watch that whole series. Maybe that's what I'll start watching next.
I'm telling you, there's some good stuff on the horizon. You're going to have plenty to watch real soon.
Well, real soon doesn't help me now.
That's true.
So maybe I'll start that again. I just watched Game of Thrones again. All of it. I finished it in like 3 days. It was a lot of Game of Thrones.
All right, let's pick one final question and
wrap it up.
Yeah, I think we're right there.
All right, I got one here. What did Admiral Pyatt? What did Admiral Pyatt call the bounty hunters assembled on the bridge of the Executor?
Is this multiple choice?
No, I cannot give you multiple choice. If I give you multiple choice, you're gonna get it right immediately.
Scum and villainy?
Scum. I mean, the choices were trash, scum, junk, or pigs. So scum, like a sore thumb.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, cool. Well, everybody,
We're gonna do one more round or just one more question?
I think we're pretty much done. Unless you got another one you want to shoot out there.
I thought nope.
I'll save these gems
Good.
for next time.
There you go.
I got like a stack this big in the other room.
Oh, gosh.
I think Ben's had like 850 questions or some crap like that set on the box. So there's no shortage of questions we have no answers to.
We do have the answers. They're on the back of the cards.
That's right.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. And
Next time.
see you next time.